Hey Hudson, I wanted to get on here and teach you the phonics skills that you're not going to be in class for this week. And last week, whenever you weren't here, we missed you terribly. We just missed you so bad. So I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that we talked about last week that you didn't get to see. So last week we talked about a new digraph, and our new digraph was digraph OW. And I don't have the card. I can go get it. It's over there. But digraph OW looks like this. Let me write it for you. So this is digraph OW. And the way we code digraph OW, because it makes the O sound, like in bow, like a hair bow. So you would code it with a line underneath the digraph, just like we code all the other digraphs. We just put a line underneath it. And then we're going to make the vowel coded based off what sound do we hear. And we hear the O sound, so we're going to code it with a macaron. And we don't hear this W sound on the end because the word isn't saying, or the digraph's not saying O, it's saying O. So we're going to silent that W because we don't hear it. So we're just going to silent it with a silent word. That's the only new skill that we learned last week that you weren't here for. So I wanted to make sure I covered that so you knew whenever you come back and you see this digraph OW, you know that it makes the O sound like hair bow. Okay. Today, we're going to be talking about a new rule. We have lots of rules to memorize in phonics. But this one's kind of easy because we've already learned this rule. We learned this rule a couple weeks ago. And we'll talk about that whenever we get into it. So first I want you to echo these words, and then as I say them, I'm going to write them on my board real quick, and then I want you to echo them as I point to them, okay? Okay. So first I want you to echo the word wafer, gravy. Let's do it one more time. Wafer, gravy. What sound do you hear that's the same in each of these words? Wafer, gravy. Yeah, I hear the A sound in these words. But what do you notice about the vowel A? Because I know the vowel A is making the A sound because it's saying its name. But what do you notice about the vowel A? Right, it has a consonant stopping it. See, consonant, consonant. So if the consonant is stopping the vowel from saying the A sound, we know that this isn't typically following the normal vowel pattern, because usually when there's a vowel behind a consonant behind a vowel, the vowel says it's short sound. But in this case, it's saying the A sound. So this is going to be the new rule that we're talking about today. Okay. So whenever we code words, what is the first thing that we look for? Yeah, we look for any obvious codes, any digraphs, suffixes, combinations, suffixes, digraphs, combinations, and what else was it? Final stable syllables. So we always look for final stable syllables, digraphs, suffixes, and combinations. Do we see any of those in this first word, wafer? Do we see any of those in this first word, wafer? Yeah, I see combination ER. And in combination ER, what sound does combination ER make? Yeah, it makes the sound. Okay, like in, no, the sound, like in butter. Okay, ER, like in butter. Okay, and we code our combinations with an arc, or we say we put it in a boat. So our combination is in its boat. Now look at, let's only work with this word. Okay, wafer. So what do we do next? After we code all the obvious codes that we see, we always look for the what? Yeah, the vowels. We always look for the vowels. So what vowels do you see in this word wafer? What vowels do you see? Yeah, I see the A and I see an E. But remember, even though E is a vowel, we don't code it because it's in its combination. It's already coded because it's a combination, ER. Okay, it's that bossy R. So what do we do when we have more than one vowel in a word? What do we do? When we have more than one vowel in a word, we do what? Yeah, we find the vowel pattern, and then we divide the word into syllables. Remember our VCCV rule? Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, and then we would divide the word between the two syllables. So we're going to do that. We're going to write the vowels first to see if we can identify the pattern. So I'm going to write a small v here and a small v here. Okay, so the V's stand for vowels. A is a vowel, E is a vowel. What is the next step? Yeah, we have to look for the consonants. Okay, let's look for the consonants. And I see one consonant between this word, and it's right here. What letter is this? Yeah, letter F. It's letter F. So now we see that we have V, C, V. But our other syllable rule doesn't work with this word because our other syllable word was a vowel consonant vowel pattern. And this only has one consonant. So this is a new vowel pattern. So our new vowel pattern for this word, or for our new vowel pattern that we're learning today is vowel consonant vowel pattern, okay? And it looks something like this. Let me show you our rule card. That'll be on the back of the wall. Vowel consonant vowel. So this rule is whenever we have two vowels and one consonant. So, and the best place to divide the word that has one vowel or two vowels and one consonant is behind the first vowel. Do you see where the division line is behind the first V? Look at the word baby. The first vowel is A, and then it has the division line, and then it's the consonant vowel. So you always have the division line behind the first vowel, okay? So let's go ahead and practice that with our word wafer that we were practicing decoding. Okay, so we're going to divide our line behind the first vowel, and that'll be right here. There's our division line. Okay, so we have vowel, consonant, vowel. And we always try to accent on the first syllable first, which is right here. So we're just going to draw our little accent right there. So let's see how we have it. Let's see what we have in each syllable now. The A is open and accented. So we're going to code it with a macron. It's open and accented because it's saying its name. A, and then it's got the accent on it. And then fur. Now, how do we, now we can phonetically read this word because this is wafer. And before you wouldn't know that it would say wafer. You might sound it out saying wafer, but that's not right because the A is saying its name, but you wouldn't think that because usually the A only says its name if there's nothing stopping it, if there's no consonant stopping it, or if it has a sneaky E. But this one doesn't have a sneaky E because it ends in ER, so it's a new vowel pattern. And I know it's a lot to remember, but we're going to just practice it with this word gravy. Now let's look at the word gravy. Do you see any vowels, any consonant, any digraph, suffixes, combinations, or anything like that in the word gravy? Yeah, I don't see any obvious codes. So because we don't have any obvious codes, we're just going to automatically look at the words for vowels. Do you see any vowels in this word? Yeah, I see two vowels. I see A and I see Y. And I know this Y is acting as a vowel because it's at the end of a word. So it's going to be rather making the I sound or the E sound, okay? Now, let's look. We're going to go ahead and do our vowel, consonant, vowel pattern. Because it's, I drew my C backwards. Hold on. I'm not used to having to teach in a computer screen. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and divide our word. All right, because it's following our pattern of vowel, consonant, vowel, what sound do you think that vowel A is going to make? Do you think that it's going to make the short A sound or the long A sound? Yeah, it's going to be making the long A sound. So we're going to put a macron on it to show that it's making the long A, and we're going to accent it because it's open. It's saying A. Now the vowel Y is going to make the E sound because the second syllable is unaccented. Okay, but you might not remember that. You might not always remember, hey, this Y is unaccented, so it's going to make the E sound. So you might just have to always say it with rather the I sound or the E sound to figure out which word makes sense. So we're going to do that. Ready? Gravy. That sounds kind of funny. Gravy. That sounds right. So remember when we code Y as an E sound, we just put a little dot above it. And now we know that this Y is saying it's E sound, okay? Now, we're going to practice with some nonsense words. And this isn't going to be a real word, but we're just going to practice dividing it so we can continue practicing our VCV pattern, okay? Let me write them on the board for us. Okay. I know this is a nonsense word, and it's kind of a big word, but we're gonna decode it so we can phonetically sound it out. Ready? Hold on, my computer. Okay, here we go. So look in this word. Do you see any obvious codes? Yeah, I see a suffix ed. What else do you see? Yep, I see combination er. And I also see digraph ch, like in cheese. That's a lot. We saw a lot of obvious codes in this word. Now, let's look for our vowels. Do you see anything that might be making the vowel, consonant, vowel pattern? Yeah, I see A as a vowel. And I see B as a vowel. Hold on just a minute, Huds. Sorry, Miss Terry was telling me bye. Okay, so we have a vowel, we have a consonant, and then we know that this E is a vowel, but remember we don't code it because it's already in a combination, so we're not going to code it, okay? So we see vowel, we see consonant, and we see vowel. Awesome. Now, where do we divide our syllable? Where's our syllable division line go? Yeah, it goes behind that first vowel, right there behind that A. So we're going to draw our line, and remember, we're going to now code the A with a macaron and accent it because we know it's making its A sound, okay? Now, see if you can sound out this word, phonetically sound out this word, and tell me what it says. Yeah, it's a funny word. It says ch, and we're going to sound it out together. Ready? Ch, A, B, ert, id. Chaberded. It's a very funny word. I know, it's a nonsense word, but we could still divide it because it follows the vowel pattern that we were practicing. Okay, let's do another one. Let me erase all of this so I can write us a new one on here. All right. Do you see any obvious codes in this one? Yeah, I see the suffix ness, which means the quality of something. And I also see, that's it, because I just see vowels next. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our vowel pattern. We're going to go ahead and say A is a vowel. I got to make sure I'm holding this where you can see A is a vowel. And then we have M as a consonant. Make sure that's right, okay. And then we have E as a vowel. Now, we know that this E is going to say eh because it has the ooh behind it. It has a consonant. So let's go ahead and code this vowel with a breve because it's making it short sound. Now, let's go ahead and divide with our syllable division line. Our syllable division line is going to go where? Yeah, it's going to go behind that first vowel, which is an A again. Okay, and then we're going to code it with a what? Is it going to get a macaron or a breve? I don't remember. Yeah, it's going to get a macaron. It's going to get a macaron and be accented because it's saying its name because it's following our vowel, consonant, vowel rule. All right, now let's go ahead and try to phonetically sound this out. Go ahead and try to see if you can do it. Yeah, all right, ready? We're going to sound it out together. Remember, this is a nonsense word. It's not a real word. It's a nonsense word. So it's going to sound funny, but it still follows our pattern. So let's go ahead and phonetically sound it out. Ready? This is a blend. Flamelness. Flamelness. It's not a real word. Nonsense word. But nonsense words still help us learn. They still help us make sure we're following that VCV pattern or any other patterns that we're learning. Okay? So that is it with our VCV pattern. I am going to send out another video for the next lesson. Usually now is when we would do our spelling we would start coding, but because you don't have our worksheet at home, that's going to be a little tricky this week. I might send out a message to your mom asking her to get you to to spell words for me that go with our rule, and then send me a picture of what you did. Okay. But that's it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.